Hello, dear friends. Hope you all are doing well. Today, we are going to discuss about The Curfew Man by Temsula Ao. Now, let's discuss about the main characters present in the story The Curfew Man. The first character here is Satamba. He was a constable in Assam police. Satamba was an expert football player. So he was recruited to police force and won various trophies. Unfortunately, he was once injured during a football match and damaged his knee, and due to which he could no longer continue his regular duties as constable. Our next character in the story Curfew Man is Jamtila. Jamtila was Satamba's wife. She was always supportive towards her husband. She was also a very hard-working lady. The third character in the story, the Curfew Man, is the sub-divisional officer. He was very clever and cunning. He used poor people for his benefit without any concern for their life. Friends, now let us discuss the story The Curfew Man. The story Curfew Man talks about various social issues of Nagaland. Satamba, as mentioned earlier, was a police constable under Assam Police. He was recruited there due to his efficient football playing skills. Once, while playing, he injured his knee and it became very difficult to carry on his duty as a constable. So, his wife Jamtila suggested him to resign from his job and settle down in their ancestral home and carry on farming as their livelihood. Obviously, Satimba is in such a position that he left his job and tried his hand in agriculture, but the land was not fertile, and within a very short time they moved to Mukokshang town in search of work. Satimba was jobless, so his wife took up a job as maid in the sub-divisional officer's house. During this time, the situation of Nagaland was tensed. There was constant conflict between the underground militants and the Indian army. The native Naga rebelled against Indian armed force who set up numerous camps, and also there was imposition of night curfew. Obviously, general public was devoid of freedom and a sense of terror prevailed among Naga people. The condition of people were pathetic, as in many cases innocent peoples were shot dead and humiliated by patrolling parties whose deaths are reported as encounters. There was a constant pressure from the armed force to find out the underground rebels. So they needed informers who will inform the armed force about every activities of underground rebels. Satamba was one such informer, who was appointed by the sub-divisional officer. He gathers information during night time, thus risking his life and submit every details. That is why Satamba is also known as the Curfew Man. At first, Jamchila was unaware about his work, but later she suspected and learned everything about his job from her husband. She was very worried and suggested him to stop the job of spying anymore. Jamtila wanted to go back to their ancestral home to live peacefully. September too realized that his job will bring only sufferings not only to him but also to the innocent natives. One such incident disturbed him when some militants took refuge in a house. The police force received the information and raided the house. The terrorist group left immediately, saving their lives, and the poor owner of the house had to face the atrocities of the armed force. This incident really affected Satamba, so he decided to quit the job after one last information. So that night he went out to provide information about a meeting. On the way, a stranger, wrapping a shawl, came close to him and pulled him in darkness and warned him to stop providing message or else he will lose his life, and the stranger left the place. Satamba spent the whole night there in shock. When dawn raised, he went back home with injuries in both his knees. Jamtila nursed him and found relief that his injury will provide them freedom. So, the next day, Jamtila informed SDO about her husband's injury, and due to that, Satamba was removed from his job. Thus, both Satamba and Jamtila were free again. Dear friends, I hope you liked the story of the Curfew Man. If you want any more such stories to be discussed from the Northeast literature, you can please comment on the comment box. Thank you.